to a minute anyway. I might as well do my best. By the way, I also forgot to pin a comment, but that's perfectly fine for the moment. So, yeah, just making sure that the VOD has a 30 seconds or a minute to... What am I trying to say? Load up? That doesn't sound right. Basically, I'm trying to make sure that the VOD doesn't get cut off, which is why I'm sitting here for the moment. But I'm also just going to drag a third character just in case things go wrong. I'm pretty sure it won't, but I'm just being sure because I've tested things in this mod pack, or the mod pack that I'm going to be using today, just to make sure nothing goes wrong. Although... I mean, if there is still something that breaks, well, then it just breaks, because I didn't really do much. All I really did was, I think I just made, so you'll see when I move into the character select screen, that I have another copy of the same character, and that's on purpose. But, aside from that, nothing else should break, because I made it so that I can play every single outfit. Well, not every single outfit. Just to keep in mind at the very beginning of the stream, as we add this on, is that you can only put 2 outfits on your custom character so far, so as we do what is expected here, we'll set the backstory to random. That might be very, very terrible, because I will go over, again, a lot of gameplay aspects, so as immersive and actually interesting and fun that the mod pack is to play on its own, as we get into Scar's character exclusive custom character, yeah, it's still, I mean, an uphill battle may still be an uphill battle. Now, I am going to play with weapons here, but I think the next round I'm just going to do ally attack. 7 charisma. We're going to go backwards. 7 charisma, 3 knowledge, 2 perception, 6 dexterity, and 4 strength. And really, dexterity and charisma are the only breadwinners here, but the strength, you know me, and if you haven't heard it from me, as I cough and I need to not mute, charisma, second encounter, dexterity, strength, light, and then second mystery. No Takushi-san. I like having at least 5 strength in the character. I'm not saying that that's what every character needs, but if you don't have 5 strength, something else needs to make up for it, and yeah, sure, dexterity and charisma are okay, but, in my opinion, at least, dexterity weapons are normally not as useful. They can be. That's not to say they're... Most of the time, they're not. They actually are, but unfortunately, for me, personally, dexterity weapons don't often go well. Same for knowledge weapons, but this character doesn't have any knowledge, so I don't need to worry about that. But there are no charisma weapons, definitely, if we're going to go really, really baseline with our... What am I trying to say? Not commentary? Commentary. I'm losing my words at the moment. Basically, I'll let you know what goes wrong as we move on. We will be doing both custom mysteries, though, so hopefully, yeah. Thankfully, they were not... There is a chance that 2 mysteries can sit on the same mystery, so thankfully they're spread apart, but I will take them. Oh my goodness, after Metamorphosis, that sounds like a bad idea. I guess we'll take Frightening Facade? Facade? Oh my goodness, I am losing my mind this morning. Fatal Frogs. A surge in disappearances have been happening around the forest. Boy, my pronunciation will soon get better, I swear. Local kids have been daring each other to venture close, but even the bravest won't go in. It's as if they would sense something horrible deep in the woods. Meanwhile, biologists on the news have been discussing the appearance of a new species of frog in the local area. Could these stories be related? Well, I guess we'll see, won't we? There's been word of people having strange appetites around town. Checking a local restaurant may prove interesting, and for the sake of my own sanity, I'm going to look up the pronunciation of... I'm just going to wait for the thing. Facade! And I don't think you heard that, but I just went on a search engine to check up the pronunciation of the word facade. I did call it facade when I was younger, but hey. Fine dining, by the way. A local restaurant has been getting a lot of business lately. You know, you grab a table and notice only one. I was just deciding whether or not I wanted to go first person, second person, or third person. I think I'll just stay second person. And notice only one in fear of robots at a distant table arguing with the waitress. While he looks to be of wealthy stature, something about him doesn't seem fully human! Exclamation mark. He struggles to speak and is profusely sweating from hunger. I won't accept this commoner food. I require fine dining. Hey, keep watching. The waitress soon returns with a plate of what looks like insects and blood. The strange man happily eats his meal while the waitress walks by with absolute fear in her eyes. Yeah, I'll ask around school today. Someone has to know something. By the way, I did not pick up a weapon. That would have been very bad. So, yeah, normally though you would be going for a weapon, which already also hurts any character that doesn't start with a weapon. Again, I'm not saying you... Actually, you should normally not start off with a weapon, unless you're doing something fancy with your character. By the way, we have metamorphosis, so we do want to set the police patrols to the seaside. If we don't already have enough seaside. I tested these mysteries a few times, but I kind of more just gleaned over them, rather than paid attention to what locations I was investigating. By the way, we are on scars, so we get some leeway in encounters. If I could grab an actual good weapon, that would have been great, but meh. Anywho. Carpenter hammer isn't bad. In fact, it's probably second, third best. Up there with the heavy-duty flashlight and below the monkey wrench, but hey, the missing teacher. Hoping to gather rumors return from some friends at school. You don't skip class for today, curious. Your teacher, Mr. Unji, is absent. The substitute you have says he'll continue Mr. Unji's biology lesson, but starts to sweat upon reading lesson notes he found in his desk. He quickly puts the papers away and continues teaching from the textbook chapter instead. As class carries on, you grow more and more curious of Mr. Unji's notes. You wait until everyone leaves after class is over. Hey, search the desk. A knowledge check on a character that has... I mean, I'm not saying you don't always have to play the character together with the mod pack, but boy, we rolled a 10 anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. You quickly shuffle through the drawers, but before you find anything, a teacher spots you rummaging through the desk. Oh, my throat. You get detention after school, and that takes up 5 doom. Perfectly fine. I mean, perfectly fine, still. But, because, you know, custom mysteries don't often increase doom on their own anyway, especially with linked events. Frog Ritual. While checking the outskirts of the forest, you spot multiple robed figures heading deeper into the woods. You trail them at a distance, coming upon a large ritual ground where cultists are gathered. They have multiple people held in hostage, but some of them don't look human. The cultists are holding frogs up to each of them. You spot a large torch near their tents. If you could cause a fire, the distraction may allow people to escape. Good idea. Wow, we passed the strength check. You find a hefty rock and throw it as hard as you can, aimed at the torch. It hits! The torch falls to the ground, lighting a tent ablaze. The chaos allows the captured people to flee into the forest. However, the ones that didn't look truly human chose not to run. Instead, they're joining their ranks, plus 2 reason. If people are being afflicted by these frogs, there must be cases all around town. Head to the hospital to be sure. This max threat level hospital. Oh my goodness. Crashed ambulance. You head for the hospital, hoping to find information on local injuries for the people who have gone missing. However, on the way there, you spot a crashed ambulance. You rush over to see if there are any survivors. Look inside. You peer inside with that blotched blood effect, only to see hundreds of frogs. There are smears of blood across the interior, some of it spelling out "save" before trailing off. You don't dare to open the ambulance. This case is beginning to weigh on me. I'll take a walk along the shore to clear my head. This now high threat level shore. Seaside. Shore. Polluted river. While walking along the shoreline, you come across a small river flowing into the ocean. The river looks incredibly polluted, with trash and strange covered liquids running through it. The river seems to be coming from the forest some distance away. Hey, police! Wow! 11 roll on a charisma. You call the station and are met with mumbled replies. Nah, that area is off limits. Leave it alone. Stuff. -2 reason. Mr. Unji's notes describe frogs, but not frog-like people. If he was so invested in these frogs, there has to be something, and should be something else, in his office. I'll pick his lock after school, like the cool people we are. That is not... That's in context of the game, robots, please. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna roll a 12 there, but I already accounted for that. Joke's on you, game. Mr. Unji's office. Every square inch of it was lined with ramblings and drawings of a madman. He became obsessed with what's been happening around town. By the way, let me do something really quickly. These frogs have to be the source of this. I have to explore the depths of the forest. As long as I avoid the frogs, I should be okay. High threat level forest of frogs. Give me about 20 seconds to do something, because I was going to actually add a mystery. Or add a mystery back that I've done before, but let me just make sure. Oh my sweet goodness. I'm looking for a thing, please! Please! Wait, hold on. Did I really put it in the wrong place? I did put it in the wrong place. Oh my goodness. I'm looking through my directory. Local World of Horror game mystery, please. Me. Okay, you fixed it. That means next run will have another mystery, but I just want to see what happens. Can I pass a charisma check? Gosh dang it. Well, hey. Have not fought a single enemy yet, by the way. So hey, the swamp. You come across the swamp at the heart of the forest. I think there was another flavor text, but whatever. Where dense fog hangs over the still water. Beside the water, the mist, you notice faded symbols etched into the ground. In the center of these demonic markings, you find remnants of tattered clothing from what appears to be a suit. It looks familiar. A waterlogged wallet is half buried in the mud. Peering inside this alliteration, you find an ID bearing a name. Bunta. Junji, Ghost of Bunta? A sudden guttural roar echoes from the depths of the water. Turn around and fight! An otherworldly chill taints the air. There's no doubt that things hunger and fear. It's endless. And yeah, now we're fighting a 34 HP -1 all encounter. We can't do a prep attack? Wow, force strength is garbage. In general, I'm not talking about the character. I just realized Carpenter Hammer. I mean, I calculated that in my head, but still. 18 power isn't so bad. I think we can actually beat this. It's just, we're gonna be hurt. Oh, that's right. We were also in medical history, right? No? Like, no, hasty aid. That was hasty aid. I was like, scars, though. Anywho. I could throw this empty bottle. I don't think I need to. This is a beast-type enemy, by the way. Let's hope I keep hitting these things, because, boy, I think... Can we even brace into anything significant? Kind of. I might as well dodge, right? So... I mean, funny enough, this is a situation where we want to dodge, so it's fine for the moment. Unless we don't hit this 50-50, which we thankfully do. So, yeah, just swing really hard and let's get out of here. 20 experience, Carpenter Hammer proc, and we're happy. Sunken into the depths. With an echoing scream, the monster collapses into the water as it sinks into the depths of the swamp, sorry. You catch a glimpse of your teacher, Mr. Junji, among the bodies inside its maw. He's smiling. You don't know what his plans with his cult truly were, but it's relieving to know that it's over. You had no chance of saving those who fell victim to these frogs. Thankfully, with that monster gone, the strange frogs, not storage frogs, disappear as well. The rumors of the forest quickly turn into a passing memory. And away we go. Yeah, that could be a lot worse. I mean, we're on scars. And funny enough, in all my tests, the other 2 tests I did with that mystery had Kana and or protective carvings, so... Yeah, that boss probably would normally destroy you, so I wouldn't want to go into the Carpenter Hammer. Keeping in mind, if I turn around, I think you can run away and be fine. I can't remember. I haven't done enough tests to remember, but as we'll move into Cryptive Conundrum of a Chanting Cult. Let me just make sure. Okay, yeah, we'll take and then Metamorphosis into Festival. That sounds good. Some rumors have started, by the way, about a mysterious cult in town. People in strange masks have been following unsuspecting citizens, watching them. No one knows what their goal truly is. At first, you brush this off as another urban legend, but you soon start to realize and notice figures lurking in the periphery of your vision, carefully watching you, like a silhouette. Perhaps it's better to dig up the secrets of behind this cult before they dig up everything about you. Most of the cult sightings have been reported around downtown. You should check there first. I'll do so. By the way, I need to check out this thing in chat because for some reason my stream is talking about... Oh no! It's a clown in a sewer! Almost like a scary IT guy. During your investigation, you decide to take a break on a nearby park bench. Strangely, you hear a voice coming from below the road. You cautiously move towards the source of the sound and find a strange clown behind the strange grates. He offers to sell some pills here. You hand the clown some monies. Hand the clown some money comes some... This sentence is tripping me up. I'll skip it. When you pick up the pills, the clown disappears. Hey, look, painkillers. From the bits of info you gathered, it seems that a lot of students have become invested in cult activities. Investigating the school might bring you some new clues. In this classroom. My body! Occult pamphlets. On your way you're on your way into the school. You see someone with a weird mask handing out pamphlets. It's one of your teachers. What's going on? Approach. You approach the masked teacher and ask about what they're handing out. I am spreading true knowledge of our God to the students. Won't you take a look yourself? They hand you a pamphlet and you take one. All you see on the page are symbols of a language you can't recognize. Take this doom. A couple of students told you that one of their friends, Kenji-kun, had been into occult stuff lately. I didn't say that right. But anywho, he hasn't been attending school these couple of days. You ask for Kenji's address. Hey, are you in these apartments, by the way? In this dark basement, you come across a stairway that leads into a dark basement. You hear faint groaning inside. Even more, you hear pitter and pattering. From within the darkness, you notice multiple eyes looking at you. Power through. With no luck. You attempt to run inside with the full force to save the person, but trip on a brick. The spiders sling towards the entrance and cling to each other, shrouding you in complete darkness. You proceed to pass out in this door-to darkness. When you wake up, you writhe in pain as you attempt to get on your feet and start coughing blood because you lost 2 dexterity. Man, dexterity is worthless. That's a subjective statement. That's just me being in pain. Kenji wasn't at home, but you were able to get a cell phone number from one of the neighbors instead. You should be able to call him from your phone. Oh my goodness, my words. And the words. The one. When you leave your apartment, you're approached by a person with a strange mask. Dude, is that you? Are you the one? If we're all for one world, there's a world for us all. What? Charisma check. Yeah, success. Better be. 7 charisma. You inform the person you have no idea what they're talking about. They press you, confident that it is indeed you. After many refusals, they leave you alone, walking away dejected. Well, if it avoids a bad thing, I don't mind getting nothing for that. But hey, turns out Kenji was hospitalized a couple days ago instead. You should visit him at the hospital and ask about the cult. This max threat level hospital that is giving me pain. Will I be back here? No, right? I mean, it's already at max threat level. I can't... Oh no! Double doom threat level. Kenji looked quite stressed and paranoid, yet you managed to get some information from him. One major clue was the location of the supposed hideout. Had a cough. Hideout. You arrived at the hideout and found that it's empty. It's empty. Was the information you gathered wrong? You start searching the area, but suddenly hear someone coming. You should get out of here before you're found. Go through the left. You go through the corridor, but bump right into the cultist, and she clearly doesn't want you to leave. Well, gonna gobble these painkillers first. I also didn't fill up this empty bottle, but hey. A suspicious person wearing an unsettling-looking mask has been following you around. Hey, where are you going? She says. As she does the hands-on cheek meme. That's not what's happening, but hey. You gotta take levity. I was about to say levity where it stands. I ruined the bit. I could have handcuffed, by the way. But we're only taking 1 stamina damage. It's perfectly fine. Can I do this? I was about to say, if I couldn't do that, I was going to be very sad. We didn't dodge, so true 50-50 at the moment, but hey, 80%. Believe, have to believe. I always get reminded whenever I watch, because more people are playing World of War for Halloween. I'm like, oh yeah, 75%, 70%, 80% can't go so bad for me. Proceeds to get hit. I'm just like, or proceeds to miss, sorry, and I'm just like, oh, sadness. Anywho, we'll do strength here. That way we can finally guarantee a kick. I could visit the schoolyard and grab some students. You know what? Yeah, let's do that really quickly. I won't intimidate. That has often gone badly for me. We get 9 charisma. And now I'm sad I didn't do ally attack, but you know what? We'll move on. Especially since this character has smooth talker anyway, so we do have fame possible, but hey. Walking through a tree nursery. Bark woman. Yeah, so what's actually going to happen is these students are probably just going to be sent at enemies to my leisure, except for anyone that is increasing my stats, but we'll see. 1 knowledge, 1 charisma, and 1... Never mind, we're just going to hold on to all of them. I could go for a dodge. Nah. No, yeah, we go for a dodge. The reason is because we're out next turn anyway. Are we? Am I going crazy here? Oh my goodness. Wow, never mind. Okay, I lied. Yeah, we're just gonna do this. Why did I think... Anywho. We'll just take this mines to all get out. We're on Scars, we'll make use of it. You finally arrived at the village. You hear some chantings and spot some giant flaming torches on the other side of the village. Should be worth taking a peek at what's going on. With our friends in tow. As you cautiously approach the ritual gathering, oh my goodness, my tongue! You see a mass of writhing bodies at the center surrounding the pile. Cultists are gathering more and more. Some of them seem to be praying and worshipping the strange mass. Mesmerized, you continue to approach the gathering. Suddenly, you feel someone grabbing your hands. A couple of cultists have spotted you and now dragging you and your friends to the ritual. You're just in time, says one of them. But we've been waiting for your arrival. They're The pile of bodies is now right in front of you, and now you see that these are people fused together. You hear it calling your name again and again. The voices are in unison and so loud that it feels like it's coming right from your own mind. Or maybe it is. The fused mass invites you to join. Need a follower ally, and not a student apparently, so I guess we just fight. There's nowhere to run. The only way is to confront the monster right in front of you. I think that's a bonus status effect too, right? So I would have needed to pass something earlier. Anywho, join us, says the hive mind. One reason, 36 HP. Well, it's not the worst thing I fought custom mystery wise, but boy, just gonna bring this hammer down on everything in front of me. It wants people to join in. I think we're out. Yeah, we're out next turn because we're gonna desperately struggle and then prep strong. Boy, fun times ahead. But anywho, for now, they're gone. With the last strike, the monster finally stops twitching and squirming. The hypnotizing chantings are no more, and all cultists that were surrounding you are gone. You rush to a police station to tell what's happened. Yeah, that's correct, and show them the dead monster, at least of what I'm reading. But when you arrive back to the fight scene, there's nothing but a bloody stenching stain. Oh my goodness, my alliteration. An authority investigation has been started, but all the evidence leads to dead ends. That was alliteration too, but hey, I'm perfectly fine with that. The cult activity seemingly has been stopped, however. You still spot people in black robes and familiar masks from time to time. Perhaps they'll reappear one day. The cultist activity seems to have lessened, and that monster they've been worshipping is no more. Hey, give me that experience and let's move into metamorphosis, which is probably arguably going to be worse. So hey. So yeah, we'll do our best. Getting those students to increase our stats is nice, but we'll see how much it really helps. I should I do anything else? We'll see. History club. We'll take the crystal, funny enough. But then after that, we just leave Doom as it is, because even though we have Festival into something moderately safe last, yeah, it could always go wrong. But we'll find out, won't we? I could take stamina damage, but considering the stamina bug can hit us in the face, hey. Oh, that's right, we have custom events too from time to time. So, hey there! As you walk around the harbor warehouses, you hear a man calling you. Hey there, he says. I left you a little something something. You want to take a look? It's a big surprise. I don't think that's how he's saying it, but hey, something about this man makes you nervous. Nah, come on. Yeah, look. You approach the man and he gives you a heavy box. You take an item from a box and turn around to thank the man, but he seems to disappear into thin air. Where did he go? Well, we're not using the sewing kit because we have a lot of charisma, so instead, it'll be for an emergency. Stop. You violated the law. But hey, we have the luck. We have the power for the moment. And we move on. I didn't take a look into how many custom events we had, but as long as nothing crashes, we'll be perfectly fine. Now, the fact that we have 3 reason, priceless. So, what do we have? We can forget a spell if we really need to. This actually, I think, will help us. No, will it? I thought I'm only taking... Well, I guess we're going to find out. I don't know why I don't remember the base damage of Metamorphosis. I'm doing the calculations in my head and it doesn't work out. So yeah, I guess we'll find out. In fact, we're just going to rest because we need I know I'm going to need reason. That's all I need. That's all I'm trying to say. As we fight a Shakyude. And in fact, it is a ghost encounter. I knew that the vanity or the flavor text looked off. I should have said it because I was like, oh, that doesn't look like a normal enemy. Anywho. I guess we will take this in the face, by the way. Yeah, we'll take this in the face. Do I? I could Curse Doll this too. Yeah, we'll do this once and then Curse Doll once. Because thankfully the Curse Doll works on ghost enemies, and we only need minimum 4 damage to make use of anything. Fame would be nice, by the way. We're actually going to reroll and look for it. Thank you. Before we take more strength, because bracing is kind of important here. Yeah, so at base, well, on Harbinger at base, the Meat Horror does 3 all, but I want to brace so that we don't take any more stamina bugged damage. You probably have to wait still. Actually, no, we can Curse Doll. We can Curse Doll and then Desperate Prep Strong, I believe. Yes, we can. So, we'll do that. Get out of my way! And more stamina, because Carpenter Hammer, but I'm always afraid of reason instead. 61% Doom, moving on. We're still okay for the moment. I don't think I've been filling this empty bottle, but you know what? Again, like I said earlier, or if I haven't said it already, it could be worse. Festival. I should have checked my last mystery. I don't know why I didn't, but we're gonna rest here regardless. And check this festival for more allies. Actually, I should have been doing this earlier. Nope. Now, if I were running ally attack, sure, but since we're not, I'll stick with the Carpenter Hammer. Never know if we need to run too, so hey. Hey. That's all I need to say. My goodness. What does my ally attack do? 6 damage? Yeah, that's pretty garbage. So, we just do this. I think we're out in 2 turns if we do this. We'll take the 2 stamina damage in the face. Hopefully the Carpenter Hammer procs. If it doesn't, well, luck of the draw. We have a sewing kit, but I really don't want to use it if possible. Eerie Portal. Eerie? E-E-R-Y or is it E-E-R-I-E? Anywho. Look inside. Look inside this eerie. Ah! As you continue your investigation, you notice the Hito. Corruption, by the way. 29 HP, 2 Doom, circle enemy. I think, and so yeah, this is a really cool effect. So in World of War custom enemies, as I explained for 30 seconds, you have really only two images to work with. And so you can achieve a similar glitching effect by using, you know, 2 images that are closely, you know, they look close. This is essentially just 2 images, but you can set the frequency at which they move, which gives the illusion of, you know, human-like characters or monster-like characters kind of twitching and moving. Here you just set the frequency to like very fast, like a low, I think it's a low number, I can't remember. But you basically set the frequency to fast, and you can recreate a glitching effect, which, yeah, this is, and even then, yeah, if you can go even further and just go down below and just do even worse stuff. So again, although we are limited in the ways that we can be creative with World of Horror, you can still be very creative. That being said, I think can I gamble here? 10 power. We can gamble. I wouldn't like to spend any more Doom, so I will actually do this to myself. Now the next question is what I get from this, or I could just gamble a lot, but I don't think we need to. Well, we're just going to assume we have a 90% chance, because otherwise I think... No! No, it's fine. Anyway, today's goal, as we return to real life, and our Doom... Oh, this is the threat maxed at level 4, I just realized, so we're taking extra Doom damage. But hey, hopefully things happen. A sacrifice. As you walk through the forest, you notice a small, crudely made altar and a robed figure in front of it, holding a huge, heavy rock and leaning over a rooster tied to an altar. Seems like something horrible about to happen. Stop! Nope. No dexterity. If I had regular dexterity, this would have been fine. But you rush out and push the robed figure. Surprised, they drop the rock and right on you and run away mumbling. Sorry, run away mumbling something. You're hurt, but you're happy that you saved one innocent soul today. A chicken. A rooster, to be specific. Fractured ribs isn't the worst that could happen, although we are in Scar's backstory, but hey. Now, the next question is, are we fighting this thing or not? Because we can't curse doll this. This is a very special encounter on Timeline B. Ah, my body. Thankfully, as I hit my cup on the microphone, we weren't on Timeline B, but we do have 76% Doom, so we could still end up dying here. I think we have the second encounter check, and I did forget what my second encounter was. So let's cross our fingers and pray. I could also visit the monument one, so I'm gonna hold this level up as we move into Sailors here, and I'm probably just gonna we can wait. Yeah, we can wait. I forgot if we had Takushi-san too, but I'm just gonna be very confident and toss away the sewing kit now. But we will visit the monument. Lose funds. We'll visit again. Reason, please? Nope. So we're gonna heal stamina through this level up. Fresh meat, mysterious meat, and yeah. I would have liked 8 strength, but we need to survive now. So I'm gonna make a call. In the meanwhile, we do get to brace and I think prep strong. Because fame is very cool. But we don't want to keep taking that damage, so... Do I get to prep strong? Let me just ask myself really quick. No. The answer to that question is no. Because a 40 power enemy, so... I do want to defeat this enemy. I don't really want to spend any more Doom running, so... Ugh, 50-50. What do you mean? 70%. Okay, good. Not so unlucky this stream, at least for now, but that can always turn around. Masochistic. No, we don't care about that as much. Yet. An extra spell would be nice, but no. And let's see what happens. We could survive. If we reach the lighthouse in due time, we could survive, unless we fight the inner demons. So, can we run from this, by the way? Yes. So, yes. We're gonna, like, a ghost encounter doing that much damage. I think that much damage. No. No. Just no. Goodness. I did do a thing, right? Okay, just checking something on stream. My goodness, 7 strength worth nothing. I should rest here. I should actually visit the tree instead, but it's a bit too late now. So we will fight this, by the way. It's to our advantage. I think we do 10 damage here. Never mind, we get bonus damage, so we do even more. But what's important is that we get out in 2 turns. Now, we did proc the Carpenter Hammer. Oh my goodness, I'm going crazy. And we also had the Torch, so we avoid this timeline beat tragedy and move on with life. Mystery Yakitori. -1 stamina, but we need stamina, so we're just going to hold this level up as we look at our lighthouse. We don't have the 6th floor, so even if we fail the second encounter check, if we have it, we'll be fine. We also have the bath still, so that's... I'm grateful for that. And yeah, a lot of maneuvering to make this character work, but again, not the worst thing in the world. Kind of like below average, like a lot of other characters if your RNG is bad. So charisma, things, second encounter, dexterity, strength. We can increase strength, yeah, that'll save us more stamina. And we do have a light source, so yeah, we just do whatever we want here, basically. We're not fighting anything. And then we increase strength by 1, and then I think we just walk up this lighthouse. Assuming we, well, even if we forgot our second encounter, oh my goodness, I'm going crazy. Second encounter, we're okay. Well, we should survive. I should have changed that lock. I should have made them change a key, but I really don't remember what we fought first. Oh, second, sorry. I know we took we took frogs first. Oh, yeah, I don't remember. I'm just gonna say the cult leader. Nope. Theoretically speaking, we should survive this, but I mean, you know, things happen. So, we should survive though. At 99% doom, we light our way just to be cool, and yeah. So, without further ado, we'll do a second run at least. I know I want to do at least 3 runs, but we're gonna hit quick play just to randomize things. So, Kadak Birthmark, random item stats. I guess it's not going to matter as much because I'm going to run ally attack, but actually, Curious Birthmark is going to matter. But what I was trying to say earlier is that the fact that we have random item stats is not going to matter as much unless it gives me like a 4 damage brick or something. Yeah, but we're in Katak, so we can't run away. So basically, if you see Katak Curious Birthmark, also I set all perks, so never mind. Let me just reset this really quickly. Katak Curious Birthmark means you really want to be prepared, because if you're in encounters for longer than you need to be, not only are you getting hurt, as usual, but you are also proccing more curses, which is also not that good, so yeah. Wrong one, yeah, this one. So as we get into the actual run, Katak Curious Birthmark character exclusive random item custom character. We're running ally attack, so I don't care about weapons unless it's like a very good weapon, but we'll find out, right? Dexterity, Takshisan, strength, light, knowledge, second mystery, maybe no second encounter, but Takshisan second, and we're losing about 6 stamina. So if you don't know what running ally attack looks like, it's you set schoolyard and you set illegal den. That's the bare minimum to make a cake. After that, it's to your leisure, but there's not really much else to change, so hey, Void, by the way. Would have liked Enthrallment, but you know what? What happens, happens. We get the Rumor, we grab these funds, we stick with the other outfit we didn't play, and we are moving onward. So I'm going to do 3 custom mysteries, so whatever these mysteries are, they're going to be replaced, so all we really have is Ramen Akamanto. But knowing that Frogs and, I think Phantasms as a boss, oh, this is a boss-heavy mystery, basically. Or run. Are we gonna be okay here? I know I need to take one of these other ones first, so I guess we are fighting Akamanto first. I think even if there's something else we want to handcuff in one of the custom mysteries, because I really don't remember, I think... Oh, I shouldn't have prepared, by the way. That's not what you want to do. Anywho, we need to grab 3 students. I think you can grab 3 students, right? Or not. I guess we're just going to re-roll here. Really? Okay, well, we're going to look at the thing. Clap, clap. For giggles, I guess we'll try to do a thing. Okay, well, I'm gonna re-roll one more time. This is really bad. 7, 8 charisma. Okay, we should be able to grab this one. No? Okay, no. I'm just gonna go full throttle here. 1 luck, 1 charisma, 1 perception. And boy, my doom is high, but we're gonna spam monument, or at least use it once, because what happens afterward? So you try to grab you try to grab 3 students if you're not Mizuki. And then you grab 3... Oops, sorry. You grab 3 allies from the illegal den. And you have the bare minimum for ally attack. Now, this does shoot your doom through the roof, but... if you need to fight in encounters, you need to fight in encounters. That being said, I should not have prepared, because that stacked on 5 extra doom that I didn't want to stack, but... Hey... Anyway, we get ready to move on. We do have Akamanto here, so we can... Our doom is actually at like 25% at the moment, but it's still kind of dangerous here. And then the cherry on top would be to grab Fame, but that'll depend. So, yeah. Depend on RNG for leveling up specifically, but hey. So, knowing I have the other custom mysteries, I guess we'll see. Tiny Terrors. While exploring the many hallways of the labyrinthine hospital, you happen upon an office with a large container of dirt and sand. You look inside briefly, and the ants notice you. They immediately break free of their containment and climb on you. Shake them off! You run out of the room before too many can get on you and shake them off while stomping out the few that remain. The bites sting a bit, but you feel fine otherwise. You get 10 experience for free. Thank you. So you know what? Yeah, if there are more events like that, I mean, feel free to hit me with 5 Doom, although that is still a lot. Oh, wow, we have 3 knowledge? Nope. But yeah, I think we can nearly... We definitely 2-shot Akamanto with the power of the handcuffs. After that, though... Oh, yeah, great. We have 7 luck. Roll 12. Oh, my goodness, RNG. Anywho. Well, we get an occult diary out of this, but is that really what I want? I guess you might as well go for 2. Now, if we get none of these, I'm going to be very sad, but that's all I wanted to look for. We do want to use this occult diary, by the way, but let's hold on to everything else. So, Cursed Toilet, and let's move on. So, I think, can you, yeah, that's right, you can immediately take stamina bug damage, and I think Akamanto does still have bug damage, so we're just gonna instead brace and kick here. If we hit 2 kicks here, we're fine. If we don't, I'm gonna cry, but let's see. 81%. But after that, yeah. Even if we only do 10 damage here, we should be able to handcuff this. And away we go. And we might as well equip the Crestfallen Mask now. There might be something that we can get later on, but I need this Doom. So, yeah, heal stamina. We're gonna sell these library notes so that we don't Doom out anywhere. I think so. Phantasms does have a very cool boss and just aesthetic in general. But I think you can always avoid this boss, which is why we're gonna save it for the 4th mystery. So yeah, as cool as the mystery and the boss is, we're just gonna skip on it. So I think while it has a bunch of it has a lot of HP. It doesn't matter when you can just skip the boss. So yeah, although the boss should have lower HP, I think that's something I've seen in terms of criticism. You can skip it. So hey. Can we do a thing? I don't think so. So we do get to grab Fame, and then you just stack Charisma. That's how you run ally attack. After getting at least 6 allies, you just stack ally attack. Now, if we had a weapon, that would be cool too, but no. Although if you had one, Fame does work its magic, but at the same time, can we get this right? Okay, good. Resolve the event, get nothing for it, and move on with life. I'm pretty sure, I think Phantasm is the one where you can just take like 5 to 7 doom per investigation when you fail something. But I guess we're gonna find out because I don't remember. Oh goodness. Right corridor this time. And we get the other cult member, but you know what? We're all just gonna stomp on you because what are you gonna do against 20 guaranteed damage? And I just happened to roll badly on both ally attacks, so we really did do 20 damage, but you can get up to 24 if we're lucky. As you walk through a forest, you stumble upon a field of weird mushrooms that you've never seen before. Every one of them has a face and an unnatural green color, these human-faced mushrooms. Try one of them. Nope, we roll a 12, but we get +1 reason, so you know what? Oddly enough, worked out. Have to cough, hold on. Yeah, okay. So as we move on here, I'm pretty sure we don't have the follower. It's yeah, it's really gonna be a huge ask. A-S-K. What is this, unfamiliar channel game? Something developing? No! This is World of Horror, and this is a custom content mod pack created by someone called Vine of Horror. If the character in general didn't already, you know, make it apparent. Although it's wearing the crestfallen, he's wearing the crestfallen mask, so it's harder to see. By the way, I think we stomp on this too. Yeah, we two-turn this boss, funny enough. But we did need to immediately roll fame, and we needed at least 6 allies. So you know what? Hey. Moving on. If you're not a robot. If you are a robot, I don't know what else to say. But hey, so much to keep up. Yeah, there's a lot. And I am still developing my own games, but hey, road's closed, by the way. Oof. But yeah, not much else to say as we move on here. Well, there is something. We're going to be in Frogs next, but... So at the beginning, yeah, Future Jordan needs to add timestamps, because I went through and narrated each custom mystery here, or the custom mysteries for Vine of Horror, in my first run. But hey, keep watching, by the way. Actually, I should have called the waitress over. That's right, that's what I wanted to do. I need to be doing different decisions, but oops. Things. Can we finally search the desk? Oh, that's right. It's a knowledge check that this character has 3 knowledge in. I need to remember that. Because my chances of passing that are like what? I think it's like 25% or below. Keep watching. Warts. -2 charisma. That's not great. Actually, no, it's fine because we still have fame. Joke's on you, custom mystery, but it did require that we had the thingamajiggy. That'll go away at the end of the mystery, but still. Yeah, neat. So much to keep up with. Any more? Oh, I read that. I'm going crazy. We don't have an empty bottle, so just, as we continue increasing our... We're even going to double... Haha, warts. We have leadership, but follow the river. We lose 2 reason. Random peeking on the feeds gives away a breaking algorithm fences around this joint. Yeah, the robots are kind of scary around here. Which is why sometimes you'll hear me say things vaguely, but hey. Actually trade off stamina, funny enough. And a pack of cigarettes would help out, but... funds. So run! And we get a different ending. Reports of forest disappearances have dwindled, but you know that monster is still out there somewhere, hungry. Sightings of these strange frogs have lessened since your encounter, however, against one of them, you'll assume what happened to them. So yeah, we can just skip that boss as well. Didn't know that. But anywho, as we have 11 charisma, and we should nearly not fail any charisma checks, we're gonna go into Phantasms, and look at these go Pita Meku. Fish. Maxed out little village. By the way. So yeah, let's switch this because we're not visiting the school at all right now. And away I go. Away we go. This has got a lot darker dungeon vibes, yeah. As someone who's played one and tried out 2, yeah. We have 11 charisma. We have the power. Never mind, it's a knowledge check. Well, never mind. At least we didn't get hurt for it, but... Hurt for it? It could always be worse. I don't know which one. Oh yeah, thank you for 6 dexterity, by the way. We should be able to one-shot this encounter. No, we have to get lucky. So you know what I'm gonna do instead? I'm gonna brace. So brace ally attack into double prep ally attack, and away we go. Haha, fish! We have the power of friendship, literally and figuratively. So the morgue, nope, we are taking, knowledge, there's so many knowledge checks. I didn't realize 2 doom when investigating and you get 7 doom immediately, but I think that gets refunded when it goes away, question mark? I guess we're gonna find out. But anywho, think of another path. Knowledge, again. Really? There's so many knowledge checks with these 3 mysteries covered together. Maybe I'm just going crazy, but we're gonna look for more helpful. This is charisma check, right? Nope. Well, funny enough, if that's always an empty bottle, funny enough, I want to take Phantasm first, but hey, I guess we'll find out, right? So, I think we stomp on this as well. We have a good chance of one-shotting this, so we're gonna go for it. Yeah, we one-shot it. And away we go. So I narrated through this mystery on my last custom content stream, so please see that one if you want to see me go through it. But I think we skipped through by saying this can't be happening, and yeah. Doom even decreases by 2, so you know what? Also, never mind, our Doom does not decrease, so we just take 7 Doom in the face. But we're on our last mystery, so you know what? All things considered, could be a lot worse. But yeah, we're gonna keep increasing our charisma here. We don't have any sharp weapons, but could be a lot worse. You know what? Just in case we get one. Oops, I clicked off of World of Horror. And away we go. So, we'll go into ramen as our last mystery, and yeah. We're gonna put this bandage in the ramen. No, well, actually you throw it away, but still. Actually, do we have a curse that way I want to get rid of? No. Funny enough, because I one-shot a lot of encounters, we don't get to proc any curious birthmark stuff. So, yeah, if it wasn't already apparent, curious birthmark attack, yeah, definitely make sure you're ready to fight something. By the way, nice infected wound immediately after 1 investigation attack. I appreciate it a lot, but as we attract the attention of something truly evil, shouldn't really affect me here. We might get 2 on the STE counter, but really it shouldn't affect me here. Let's find out. I think we can just brute force the lighthouse. Depends. We will throw the old coin away because I highly doubt, even though we have Takshi-san as we have the Endless Store, we shouldn't doom out. But while investigating, we turn a corner and suddenly appear to be inside some sort of furniture store. Before you even realize what's happened, you turn to see that the way you came is nowhere to be seen. Take your time and explore. Well, 3 doom, but hey, you don't find anything of interest, but do find something in the distance. Are those workers? You manage to sleep on one of the comfy comfort beds and try not to think about them. You wake up not knowing how you got back. We did worse than a Goizo rest, but you know what? Again, like I said, we shouldn't doom out. We could cast Void for no reason, but no. So yeah, with this bottle of water, in fact, we can throw this away because we'll have more than enough stamina. So that I can level up quicker. Not that I need to, but hey, we're going to. Blood Moon doesn't matter, we're doing prep ally attack anyway, and yeah. Very good ally attack run, although the custom mysteries also help. So dexterity, funny enough, Takshi-san. So yeah, we take 9 stamina damage and take 3 reason damage and move on with life. And no matter what happens, I think we should be able to survive. In fact, I think we one-shot Takshi-san. But let's find out. So, prep attack, prep ally attack. We can even add another ally attack. I think that's real. Doesn't matter, because, yeah, Takshi-san is getting curb stomped into the ground by all of our friends. But anywho, let's complete this run and move on. So we'll do one more run to close out the stream again. I want to get back to game development, unfortunately, so yeah. Also Halloween, though, but yeah, we'll do one more run with a different outfit. We'll hit quick play just to randomize things. Azal ill-fated character. So this means I can't. So yeah, this is just the oof run. Ill-fated Azal, eh? So we get to level up immediately, but that's not much of a consolation prize because. No, Azal. I almost. Azal, not Zektas. I thought it was Zektas. Okay. Azal, not as bad. We're still gonna run ally attack here, but it could be really bad. If it was Zektas, it would be bad. Reason why Zektas would be bad. And I'll let you... Yeah, we'll do something later. Let me see. Got a horror title. I've been looking around the building. Need a lot of audio to play well enough through a video game. Analog horror format. I wish I could do more horror games myself, but I'm stuck in a world of horror because of me. Okay, I didn't actually want to level up immediately, but I guess it worked out. Dexterity, Strength, Takshi-san, Second Mystery, Light, Charisma. We do need access to the school, so we can't take phantasms first. We don't have second encounter. We do have Tachi-san. We're losing about 5 reason and 6 stamina in the lighthouse. So let's find out what happens to us. So yeah, set the schoolyard. Set everything else. Check this cupboard, jar, whatever you want to call it. Empty bottle. Funny enough, I'm not going to fill this empty bottle because I'm going to assume we do frogs, or one of the two that requires a thingamajiggy. And away we go. Nails, vigil. Yeah, we're going to do nails first. Since I know we can avoid every single... Or we can avoid at least 2 of the bosses in the custom mysteries. As cool as it would be to fight them, I think I'm going to plan to fight them just for giggles, but normally you would not, is what I'm trying to say. Charisma increase would be much appreciated here, but we'll just take what we can get. And yeah, you can only get up to 3, or you can only grab as many students as would fill you up to 3 allies. Although, if these stats are really, really painful like this, no, we're just going to take it. Yeah, we're just going to take it. We have fame anyway, so in a way we're fine. But yeah, things like Kyoko would be much appreciated. I would let go of Yoichi, but no. So away we go. Yeah, now we should still profit here. I think we'll be okay. But I guess we'll find out. Oh, that's right, I'm on ill-fated. I'm like, oh yeah, I have 8 charisma. That's right, ill-fated. Force, so I think we do have some force investigations here and there. And I think Phantasms just removes school. Or there are no school investigations, I know for sure, so... Yeah. Yeah. Anywho. Run, take off that doom, hospital, move on with life. And let's see what else happens. Yeah, unfortunately... ill-fated. We would have gotten another ally, or we would have had a good chance of getting another ally there, but no. Ill-fated says no. By the way, I just realized I forgot if we had painting or not. Why did I think we had painting? Anywho, moving on. We can handcuff this as well. I don't think there's anything else we want to handcuff, so all things considered, I think we one-shot this guy. We would have to handcuff. Can we do better? You know what? Because we have Tachi-san, I'm actually going to not handcuff here. Game dev, what do I do? Again, assuming you're not a robot, I mostly just do RPG Maker stuff. That's quite self-evident. I forgot to store my items. Gosh dang it. But if nothing else, it fills the time. So, yeah. Mostly do RPG Maker stuff. And yeah, that's all I really need to say. I don't like really talking about the games I'm working on exactly. I kind of give hints here and there, but I've swerved so many times, it pretty much doesn't matter. We're actually gonna drink this bottle, by the way. But yeah, that's the short answer. No, you're not distracting me. It's just I am trying to make sure that I'm not dying. Could I take Phantasm now? No, we want to take Colt. Because Colt, I don't know where this follower is, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to skip this boss. I assume you get to skip the boss. Oh my goodness, my words. Why did... Oh, reason. No, we're on the ill-fated, we want to take reason. Yeah, that's on me to... I would have probably forgotten it anyway, so really you didn't do anything. But yeah, if I do release something, it's probably going to be in mid-November. It's probably not going to happen by next week. If anything, by next week, I probably would have put out a preview of sorts, but we'll see. If we get out of funds, we'll trade off reason here. Wasn't that a sequence just... Well, only for possible collaborative purposes. Yeah. And that's the thing, right? Oh, you do need the... Failing this gets you the thing? Oh, my goodness. -1 knowledge. But anywho. And I've recently seen... Yeah, I've recently seen some... Not discourse, but some talk about... You know, collabing... for RPG Maker specifically. So this is really relevant to me. And there are some things to say here and there about that. But... Basically, it wouldn't be... It's... I think you could argue the same for a lot of game engines in that devs and or content creators, or devs with content creators or streamers, there can be more kind of collaboration in between the two. But at the same time, there's still a two-way street on a highway. By that meaning, the content creator and streamer does need to, you know what they're doing. And on the other side, the game dev does need to make a good game. ARG, for some reason I'm going crazy. What does that mean again? Let's just both be clear on the meaning, if, on ARG. Unless it triggers a robot for some reason. But anyway, as we leave our ally behind and being consumed by the mass of flesh, we stand there and watch in terror. Screams and chantings of the mob turn into cacophony of sounds that make you pass out. When you wake up, the monster and the cultists are gone, and only traces of what happened are left. And only the traces of what happened are left. You're safe for now, but the event is certainly traumatized. Never came back to that part of the village again, never will. The horrors of that day won't let you go. After many years, you'll only be alarmed and paranoid, being suspicious of every person on the street, being suspicious if they're from the cult, if they finally come for you again. For years, the paranoia will drive you crazy for nothing, but one day, when you finally start to feel like you're safe, you find a mask on the doorstep of your home. That mask you'll never forget. Oh no! And I forgot to put my items away again, but it's fine. All things considered, yeah, so really I should be at 44% Doom. Let me just actually make sure of a thing. Alternate reality game. Which I guess is technically... Oh no, RPG Maker. RPG Maker. Yeah, augmented reality game. I haven't really looked into it, but... I wouldn't do something like that. Not because I look down at it or I can't do it, but it's that I'm more focused on... Not that you couldn't do it with RPG Maker. Actually, technically... Okay, hold on, let me look for it. Let me just focus on this now so I'm not thinking about it and I lose focus later. Interactive network narrative, they use the real world as a platform. So, I mean, if you count me playing a game on the channel and maybe changing the narrative... Yeah, I mean, technically, yeah, that would be, actually. That would be the very definition of ARG. But, at the same time... Oh no, I said RPG Maker game. Oh my goodness, my pronunciation. So RPG Maker is a game engine, if for those who don't know. By the way, just leave the home. No, that's Doom, I guess. Oh my goodness, my body. I don't think I'm gonna be able to handcuff anything, so we're just gonna move away. But yeah, RPG Maker, normally for RPGs, but obviously, as I may have said before, and people in the RPG Maker scene are probably aware of, if you don't know the actual definition, is that there is a stigma about RPG Maker, just in general. Because, yeah, most of the time when you think of RPG Maker, something very specific pops up. For those who don't know, RPG Maker games normally have a very... depending on how you develop your game or use certain assets, it's very easy to say an RPG Maker game, basically. And for the most part, yeah, you will kind of... You will be able to identify it. Even if you're not a developer or someone who plays a lot of RPG Maker games, you'll be able to see them immediately. Now, on the flip side of that, as I keep failing to ill-fated events, not that I remember these custom mystery events anyway, is that... I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, moving on. There's a lot to say. There's a lot to say about it, and I might as well. It's not like I need to focus that heavily anyway, even though we're at 75% on our third mystery. But yeah, there's a lot to say about RPG Maker game. Okay, so there is something I will say though, is that even with the stigma, we still don't have enough RPG Maker games. That's all I'm trying to say. Funny enough, even though there is a lot, like if you look at any channel or streamer who primarily does RPG Maker games, you'll find that there's actually a plethora of RPG Maker games. But if you're looking for, RPG Maker games that you can, one, commercialize, or two, you'd want to play over and over, most of the time they're mostly linear experiences. But that doesn't mean that you can't make some. Just like any other game engine, you can be very creative with RPG Maker. And in fact, I think a piece of advice that does still apply, and it applies for any game engine really, is that the less you are using basically base assets with RPG Maker, the more likely your game is going to be successful, whether that's personally or commercially. And that should go without saying, right? Because aesthetics do play a part in a game. I still don't think they're the most important part, but they do play a factor. They do play a big factor. More than at least I would like to admit. But hey, that's 5 experience for free? I need to remember that. Yeah, hypersaturated medium with a lot of vaporware knockups at present. And even I'd admit that I made a lot of... What am I trying to say? I made a lot of RPG Maker asset type games, but a lot of those were projects anyway. I wasn't really looking for commercial success with any of those games, so... And you might call that an excuse, but I mean, whether you believe me or not, I can't really say, oh, that's reason, really? Oh my goodness, I guess I'm just dead here. We'll do another run. But it's very thin, yeah. So, even with that said, I think... Just to kind of... It's a really simplistic view of the issue as we get... Let me remember this. Cthulhu 7th Curse. Cthulhu 7th Curse. So 7th Curse Cthulhu, and we do have random item stats. But we'll do one more run for sure. But yeah, I think the RPG Maker scene we could still use a lot more games. And if possible quality games, but for any dev starting out, it's not a bad medium because there are still things you can learn even if you're doing a full RPG Maker asset game. And to that, I would extend that by saying, if I make an RPG Maker asset game, usually I'm just going to make it free. I'm not going to really... I'll allow donations, which therefore... just to... At least for anyone living in America, if you accept donations for a game made in RPG Maker on, like, itch, or even anywhere, I think it still qualify as a commercial project. So I just want people to be careful of that, because if you use assets and whatnot, and they don't allow you to use it for commercial games, donations can... Depending on what happens, but I'd rather not risk it. It's still a commercial project, basically. Bulletin Sailors. We'll take Bulletin first. Not a lot of patience from players. Not much room to develop an extensive enterprise. I mean, I played Little Goody Two Shoes, and that was made in RPG Maker. So I don't know if I'm understanding your point correctly, but I will say that you can still make commercial projects. You can definitely make commercial projects. I can think of at least 3 projects off the top of my hand, 2 of them being, more adult works, that are definitely hugely successful in RPG Maker, and they were made in RPG Maker. I didn't do ally attack yet. Let me do that really quickly. But yeah. I think that the engine wasn't able to get to work with 3D elements and a commercially viable prop. Oh, 3D, yeah. If you're trying to do... But I will admit, if you're trying to go... Oh, that's right. We're on 7th Curse, so never mind. I can't get any... What? I can't get any allies. Meat Cleaver, then. Oh my goodness, a 3 damage Meat Cleaver. This is going to be a very terrible run, by the way. We'll do our best, but oh boy. Yes, I've seen like even plugins for 3D, like RPG Maker things, but that's... Among with any bugs that you have to smooth out, it basically I can see how it's harder to get that to work. By the way, these library notes are selling for nothing, so I'm just gonna actually gamble on another spell and get nothing. We're in a lot of pain, but that doesn't mean you can't be creative with RPG Maker. That's all. That's the loop around that I'm going with here. By the way, out of funds. I think we're just gonna die quickly this run. There's unless we grab a katana from somewhere. Oh, I just realized my mistake here. Never mind, we got out. Are we gonna be okay here? There are not really a lot of other weapons, and with the army knife, we have 2 perception. Counterbalance waiting for an AI game creator. Beta test waiting list for... Oh, yeah. And again, there's a lot of people who look down on AI creation in general, and I understand why. AI art was the big kind of monkey wrench in that discourse, if you understand what I mean. And if you don't, for those who don't know, basically, AI art, or AI putting a lot of people out of jobs, is kind of something to worry about. It's an ethical issue, but unfortunately, for, people who are against AI, you have to see it from a business perspective, and that for business people, and I've recently, looked into AI, just AI content creation in general, and I understand why a lot of people just turn to it immediately, whether it's, I forgot what it's called, but the face that just moves the mouth. I know there's a very specific version of that. I don't think it's Synthesia, but if you understand what I'm talking about, you understand. But basically, I understand why people closely... Oh my goodness, we just have to run from this. We have terrible damage here. AI in a lot of... Especially in a lot of digital or internet-based professions is very attractive. Because, well, it really does cut down the amount of time, and even though the quality may not be the highest, even though that can be argued, as AI gets better and the quality increases, from a business side of things, people are more likely to turn to AI because, well, people don't want to put in the time to learn something, and it's easier to just allow AI to do it. So therefore it decreases costs, is the business side of things. That's something that's really hard to argue against in terms of the business side of things. Now, ethically, I wouldn't do it. I'm still developing my games myself. Even if an AI... I might, if I do something like that, I will explicitly announce that I've used AI in certain whatever parts I use. But at the moment, I'm not really doing so because I think there's still to push against AI ethically anyway. There's still I don't know how else to say it right now. I'm just thinking off the top of my head, but the human aspect of generating or creating things. I'm already saying generating, creating or developing games. If we're talking about game development specifically. I'm looking at the because this is a different enemy. Am I going to be able to survive this? No, right? No. Oh my goodness, 3 damage. Just for giggles, we're going to fight this, but I don't think we get anything. And because it's a vampire enemy, I think it still has the heal proc, does it? I guess I'm going to find out. Well, I guess I'm going to find out. But yeah, so the short version is, oh my goodness, my damage is so low. The short version is, I'm not going to knock on anyone for using AI anywhere, usually, but I'm also not going to use it myself, at least not for the next year or so, definitely. But I don't really plan to use it in general anyway, so yeah, but anyone who wants to get into AI, because again, because I've looked into AI with other people, because some people that I know want to get into doing things with AI, I do let them know explicitly 2 main things. One, you need to explicitly say, it's because even on YouTube, there are already AI guidelines where you have to say if you made something with AI, it has to be explicit in your description and or video or something like that. Please look through the YouTube guidelines to know what to do for sure. But then on top of that, there's also this stigma for AI, just like RPG Maker has a stigma. Oh, that's right, we can't get any allies. There is also a stigma for AI, so just know that you're immediately going to be losing at least a good number of a certain type of audience if you do things with AI. You can always try to lie, but I do not promote that at any link, because that's actually, again, that actually is not allowed, at least by YouTube's guidelines, if anything else. Anywho. Things out of the bottom of something back in the auto generator. Good tip. And again, I personally, as someone who did AI, because I went, obviously things happen in life, and I went to school and I did specific projects in AI myself. There aren't anything fancy, but I did work with and look into, the topic of AI and how feasible it is, and there are ways to implement it ethically, but I did see how it can be abused, if that makes any sense. So, specifically, I worked with, not robots, but something very, very base. I think, and I don't know if any evidence of it exists, but I did go out to do something with a robot at some point, and it was very, very simple AI things, like very, very base, like here, drag and drop, how to, make robots do things here and there. But the base concept of, and it's not even generation, but you could still generate basically lifelike things. So basically, I was working on making something lifelike, and not promoting, but informing. That is, I actually did inform of how AI, making something lifelike, which is something that you would think it happens in the far future, but I think it is actually possible now. It's just that it requires a lot of resources to make something like that work. By the way, I think we're dead here. We don't really have a lot to protect ourselves aside from 3 reason healing here. And as I looked more into how to, and this is more than what my project asked for, but I did look a lot into AI, and I asked a lot of teachers and professors here and there about the applications of AI in real life. And this is a long time ago too, so this is even like 5 to 10 years plus back when I was already thinking about AI and its applications and what it might mean for the future. And basically, the short version of it is that it's very possible in about 10-20 years. But it depends on where the research branches. And at this point, we know where it's branching. It's branching towards AI generation in general. But the way that I and others spoke about it kind of theoretically and philosophically in the past was more... I need to take a risk here, by the way. Was that its uses in basically real life. Oh my goodness, I missed an 89%. I mean, it was 60%, but... Ugh. But yeah, basically there was a lot of potential, but it can also be abused. Just like a lot of other things that, you know, innovation breeds that kind of, if we're speaking philosophically here, innovation breeds that kind of pros and cons. In the case of AI generation, it can be abused in the way of, as we see here, like businesses, just, you know, whether it's reducing human resources or taking shortcuts here and there for good or usually for worse, is that... Yeah, you're gonna lose out on something, and as people see, people are getting laid off. You know, graphic design, AI art, if like actually hiring artists, as opposed versus, you know, using AI art generation. And again, I see why. Even though there are some kinks here and there, if you combine that, so as it is right now, if you combine AI art generation with a person's natural inclination, or not natural inclination, but natural ability to kind of correct any wrongs here, you basically get shorter work done. Again, as someone who's looked into this extensively and have researched this in the past, with the bit of... If humans and AI could work together, basically, you would get a lot... You can come out with a quality product. As much as I ethically disagree on the notion of using AI in general... But, especially when it's abused, obviously. If you abuse AI, you should not use it for that purpose, but on the flip side of things, again, there are still pros to using AI, especially for people who, you know, can't do certain things in life, I guess we'll just say. I can't really speak much more into it because I don't want to... It's a very sensitive topic, and me speaking about topics that I may not know as much about, aside from AI, even though it can concern AI, is not to my... It's not something I should really talk about. And again, for anyone who's here for World of Horror, I mean, that's really all there is. I do want to talk about this, though, because it is relevant to game development, and I see it kind of doing a thing. It's hard to do, but you can already, if you haven't already seen certain videos that people have come out with, you can already kind of try to make games that are AI generated, but obviously it's not the highest quality. But you do start off with it does definitely remove a lot of time and work. Again, this is coming from so specifically, there are ways to make AI generated videos and whatnot. We know this, but for those who don't know, that you can do this, whether it's just generating AI art and just, you know, making a video on your own, or if you want to go the whole length and, you know, use an AI voice, use AI generated, you know, movies, videos, and or images, and then ultimately make a video based on that. Again, we're speaking on this theoretically and philosophically, and it's good. I think it's good to kind of inform people as to what's possible. And even if it's just from me, I'm not totally uninformed in this because, again, you can do it basically. But at least on YouTube, I don't know about Twitch or Kick or any other streaming or content social media websites, but at least on YouTube, you definitely have to explicitly say that you've done something in your video with AI, if it's been done with AI. Otherwise, you risk breaking the guidelines and you will be goofed on. But, yeah, the exam is going to rush to get folks out the door, now being caught because AI can only augment human potential, not replace it totally. So it could be probably right over medium. Yeah, so if you want to talk to me about it privately, I am available on Discord mainly. Usually through Discord. But just in general, as we return back to the topic of game development, I'm still doing things myself. I do understand why. And for game development, I can see it. You already see it because there is AI art being used in game development. You might not recognize it, and I don't want to call anything out specifically, but because I see it, I think it's good to inform people that there are examples of AI art being used in game development right now, both in indie games and, funny enough, in larger games. But whether or not those creators, developers, publishers, and whatnot are able to, one, identify, and two, are willing to, you know, not lie, basically, about the use of AI art. Again, you would have to take... I'm not saying you can't do it, but definitely don't lie, obviously. But, again, as I said earlier, realize that there is a stigma on AI being used in general, so you will lose a good number of your audience, the available audience of gamers. But at the same time, again, we'll see. Overall, we just have to wait and see, right? Because maybe a game comes out that's like 75% AI art, music, and to some extent basically the advertising, but mainly graphics and to some extent music, because I've seen some AI music generation as well. We'll see if a game like that comes out and is largely successful. Prove me wrong, right? But I at least want to put out my opinion on the matter. I can see how it can be successful against people who don't like AI art, but at the same time, I ethically don't agree with it in general. But there are examples in which you can use there is nuance to say, and I know I'm being very vague and I'm not really being as persuasive to say one way or the other, but it's just because there's so much nuance in it. Whether it's something, and theoretically speaking, I know technically people say that Hatsune Miku is AI as well, but again, it depends on how far. At that point, you're looking at, okay, how do you define AI, right? So, and at that, if we were to say, if you're asking, okay, Jordan, what's your opinion on that? I think Hatsune Miku is more kind of an instrument than AI generated music and whatnot. But again, at this point, depends on what your definition of AI generation is. Just depends on what basically your definition. I don't know what else to say about that. I don't see Hatsune Miku as AI generation. Some people are using that as an argument. I just want to say that because apparently it's being used as that. But for me specifically, I think Hatsune Miku's more an instrument in making music, just like how you would use, an instrument to make music, if that makes any sense. But then, not much more to say about that. I've done Vine of Horror. I might do a video or two more, but as for the stream, we'll see. If you want to see more about it, though, as I probably lost most people by this point, let me know. Otherwise, I won't take up more of your time. Thank you for watching, and I think I'll just see you. I'll see you when I see you, but I'll try to do more. We'll see what I do on Sunday. If I don't do anything on Sunday, well, hey, I'll see you later. But yeah, you know where to reach me, mainly through Discord, but if not, I do have a business-related email for business-related things, but I'll thank everyone in chat, or if you're watching this on VOD, I'd like to thank you for watching. And again, yeah, it won't take much more of your time. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye! Jordan, end the stream. End the stream, Jordan. Talking about AI.